Chase Young and Montez Sweat could be the greatest pass rushing duo in 2021. I know that's a pretty steep slope considering, I'm a Vikings fan and I was hoping they were going to get somebody on the edge, that could bring a little stank with Danielle Hunter, but it is what it is. But I'm telling you right now, Montez Sweat and Chase Young could be the very best pass rushing duo as early as next season. Now, there's a lot of different things you have to consider here. Number one, this Washington football team is reeling. They're playing out of their minds right now, and that defense is looking legit. John Bostic has 110 tackles this year. Love that, man. Cole Holcomb, I've touched on it from the beginning. I think he's going to be a fantastic football player. You get guys like Jonathan Allen. The entire defensive line really to me is underrated, but I think it all starts and ends with a guy like Chase Young and Montez Sweat, who leads the team with 8 sacks. It looks like so. Chase Young. Clearly, with being the second overall pick, there was a lot of expectations with him, but I feel like he's not only lived up to those, he's surpassed anything that anybody could have ever asked of him, just because, that amount of pressure, but coming up the way he has been absolutely impressive. So you look at it from that perspective, all that pressure and still coming out and performing like he does. He's playing absolutely great now. 6.5 sacks right now with 42 total tackles, 4 forced fumbles. Also has a defensive touchdown this year. I mean, he's a man. He really is. And then you got Montez Sweat, again, who leads the team with 8 sacks, has 40 total tackles and 2 forced fumbles this year. I mean, you guys, and on both sides of the football, you got guys that can just come after the quarterback. And I believe that, again, these two will be the greatest, or at least in the conversation for the greatest edge rushing duo in the entire NFL as early as next season. They're both young, and they're promising building pieces for this Washington football team. When you think about it, Montez Sweat, 6'6", 260 pounds, former first-round draft pick, 26 overall out of Mississippi State. Go Bulldogs. Definitely a guy that he's only 24, so I mean he's just clearly a guy that you can build around. And again, last year too, he was a guy that also played relatively well. I know that there were some things going on with the Washington football team in terms of quarterback play that made it a little rough, but he had 8 sacks last year as well. But I definitely think that this man is a guy you do not want to mess with, and Chase Young, for that matter, is one of those guys too. But combined, I'm telling you, next year, especially with how good that defense is coming along, those guys like Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen demanding, in my opinion, they should be demanding double teams if they're not already. They should be. NFL teams should be looking out for those 2 interior guys as well, because they are pieces to watch for. But I'm telling you right now, Montez Sweat and Chase Young could be the very best, or in the conversation for the very best edge rushing duo in the entire NFL. And if they're not, for years to come, they will be. I'm saying it right now. We made a video about why Chase Young could be the defensive player of the year for 2021. I still stand by that. Not only because of how well he's playing right now, but because of how well his development is coming along now that he's healthy. He's a leader on that defense. But if they are not the best pass rushing duo, they will be very soon. They are on their way. A couple of big, yoked up dudes that can run, that can pass rush, that got a couple of different moves. They will be one of the greatest pass rushing duos for years to come. And maybe years down the line, maybe in that conversation for the greatest of all time. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. But for right now, I'm telling you guys that Chase Young and Montez Sweat could be the very best pass rushing duo in 2021. Put it down.